it's Jen here. I'm here to bring the tip of the week. This week, I'm going to bring a couple examples on things that we should avoid saying when we're talking with our texters. Sometimes our brain farts and we forget some of the things from our training, and we get that. But this is what this is for. It's a learning moment, something that you can hopefully remember and apply in your next conversations. I'm going to go over 3 different things that I feel I'm seeing the most on the platform, and I think it'll be super helpful. But these are things that we're going to try to avoid. And again, it's all about listening, learning, and applying. Number one, using the word why. Super important that we avoid that word. And I know it's in training, and so it's easy to forget, but here's some reasons that we don't use that word. The word can be very judgmental sounding. And oftentimes, especially our younger texters, that's all they hear. Say from their parents or their guardians or whatever. Why didn't you do your homework? Why didn't you clean the dishes? Why? Does that sound friendly when somebody's asking that word to you? No. It sounds frustrating and it sounds judgmental, like you're not really listening to them. You're just asking why they did something, even though that's not what you mean, because you guys are awesome, empathetic people. That's how it can be read via text. What are some other things that you can use instead of the word why? You can say, I'm wondering the reasons that you're feeling this way. Can you tell me more about the fight with your mom? Those are just 2 examples off the top of my head. Look at there. You're welcome to use them. Number 2. Using the words commit suicide. Think of the word commit. You think of criminal behavior. You think of committing a crime. You think of committing fraud. Well, you know what? Suicide isn't a crime. And so using that word can really turn off your texter, because they'll think that you're immediately thinking bad about them instead of really trying to understand why they want to die by suicide. Also think about it as, suicide is definitely a disease, right? It's really affecting your brain and making you want to kill yourself or harm yourself. And so you wouldn't say somebody who has cancer or passed away from cancer that they committed cancer or committed a heart attack. It's just not how you say it, right? So you say they died by cancer, they died by a heart attack, they died by suicide. Number 3, we have the always ask policy, which means we risk assess every single texter that comes into the platform. We want to make sure that they're safe, right? And help them through their crisis. When you're risk assessing, it's important to remember not to use the phrase, I have to ask, are you feeling suicidal? Technically, you have to ask because that's what we ask of you, but our texters don't need to know that. When you use I have to ask, it takes away from the rapport. It makes the texter feel like, well, they're just going through the motions. They have to ask. Instead, I'm worried about your safety. Can you share, are you feeling suicidal? Or are you having thoughts of death or dying? That way it's building the rapport and showing that you care and want to support them, instead of saying, well, I have to ask. Along the lines of risk assessing, the language that we use is super important. So when it's regarding a plan and asking about a plan of suicide or death or dying within the ladder up risk assessment, try to use words that don't imply something darker. Maybe avoid saying, do you have a time frame on when you're going to execute your plan? Yeah, execute is a great word, but it just doesn't work in that sentence. Just an example of another way of saying that would be, takes a lot of strength to reach out. I appreciate your honesty. I'm wondering, do you have a time frame on when you plan on dying? There you have it, the tip of the week. Changing our language up a little bit to best support our texters. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. On the platform, you can reach out to the POMs or the platform operation managers or your supervisor. And your coaches are there. And honestly, everybody on staff is here because we all care about you. So, like I said, reach out, comment in our network, and I hope to see you on the platform soon. Take care. Yeah, it's Jen here. I'm here to begin. Bling. The reason why, well, we don't use why. I guess that doesn't really make sense with this. So, see my beautiful lips. Very holographic, very fun. It's like a weird, like holographic thing. But the best part, like what it's called. Where am I? Here we go. I'm wearing unicorn tears on my lips. Hi. You legend. You good boy.